Mise-en-scene and colour schemes in film are critical in bringing the narrative from paper to the screen. Production and costume design convey a tactical quality to cinema, even if the audience can't physically touch the items they see. It fills out the frame, brings cultural or historical context to the narrative, and engrosses the audience into the world of the characters, using the items around them to bring another layer to the storytelling. Particularly for LGBT+ cinema, colour in production design and lighting can visually highlight the social and political elements of a film, convey complex character dynamics, and illustrate characters' diverging emotional states scene by scene. The 1999 campy queer film, But I'm a Cheerleader, directed by Jamie Babbitt, utilises monochromatic colour schemes within its production and costume design in order to satirically critique heteronormativity and expected gender roles. When we first encounter the protagonist, Megan's, external environment, it is overwhelmingly filled with a variety of brown tones, to the outfits her parents and peers wear, to the school's set design, to the set decoration in her house. The extreme use of brown sets the tonal environment Megan is in to be monotonous, seemingly safe, and ultimately dull, conveying the strict binary gender roles and expectations placed upon her. Within Megan's life before attending True Directions, the only divergence of brown in the costuming is with her cheer uniform, as it's a vivid orange colour. This use of colour here does blend into the neutrality of the brown colour palette, as the typical femininity of cheerleading does adhere to what is socially expected of Megan, but its divergence to brown foreshadows how Megan's femininity does not have to alter her acceptance of her lesbian identity. In contrast to the brown tones, the True Directions colour palette in its set design and in its characters' costuming is mostly bright blue and pink with some accents of purple and green. Jamie Babbitt's intentions aesthetically with the film were to make it really colourful and fun because there's so much joy in the queer community. Although the vividness in the colour palette in the True Directions house reflects the vibrancy and joy of the queer community, the monochromatic nature of the specific use of gender binary colours, with the girls sporting pink and the boys blue, perpetuates the falsity within the camp's intentions of turning the characters in the camp heterosexual. The camp's stereotypical binary colours enforce the idea that through finding intense alignment with what is expected of your gender, with the girls vacuuming and wearing wedding dresses and the boys cutting down wood, you can graduate into heterosexuality. But as it's been previously established, the heteronormative outside world is filled with brown tones, and is not as insistent in overtly and outwardly proving your femininity or masculinity in the same way the camp enforces. Its reliance on appearance illustrates how the camp doesn't necessarily believe its participants can magically turn heterosexual, but is more focused on the characters being perceived as heterosexual, highlighting and critiquing the hypocrisies of people who impose universal heterosexuality and who perpetuate homophobia.
It's been a long, long time since I've memorized your face. It's been 4 hours now since I've wandered through your place. And when I sleep on you...
Utilising colour in an altering way to But I'm a Cheerleader, the 2017 coming-of-age romance film, Call Me By Your Name, directed by Luca Guadagnino, highlights the intricacies of a secretive romance as the audience follows the entire spanning of the relationship over a summer in Italy in the 1980s. The film uses tonal switches in colour within the set decorating, costuming, and locations to convey the protagonists, Elio and Oliver's emotional states and complex feelings towards each other, as well as illustrating the forbidden secrecy embedded within their romance, as we consider the cultural timeframe in which the film is set in. When Elio and Oliver are at a party together, Elio watches Oliver with jealousy and anger, as Oliver kisses and dances romantically with a local girl. Both Elio and Oliver wear shades of blue in this scene, but each of their shades of blue perpetuates a diverging emotional state. For Oliver, his mid-tone faded blue shirt highlights his desire to ignore his sexuality, as he tries desperately to change his feelings for Elio. For Elio, the rich deep blue in his shirt reflects his sadness towards Oliver's perceived and assumed heterosexuality. When the pair begin to engage romantically with one another, the space around them lights up, as they wear brighter and lighter colours and the set dressings around them brightens up as well. This captures the delicacy and intimacy within their relationship, as well as perpetuates a dreamlike quality that foreshadows the fleeting nature and inevitable ending of their relationship. Juxtaposing this, The end scene utilizes a tonal switch in color to not only articulate a change in time, that it's now winter, but to aesthetically evoke a melancholy tone. In the final shot of Elio, we see the drab and grey-toned set dressing in the background of the shot, which contrasts to the warmth of the fire lighting up Elio's face. This calls on the audience to reflect on Elio's relationship as he does, ignoring the cold reality of the present and remembering the beauty in the past. Both But I'm a Cheerleader and Call Me By Your Name utilize colour in production and costume design in order to illustrate the complexity and depth of queer cinema, using aesthetic qualities to articulate character relationships and emotions, and portray the beauty in queer love and acceptance.